Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for you today. I'm Jay Works, and this is the podcast Street Savvy. And right now, we're in a lovable moment. I want folks to get up on here and tell me what's good. We got a great show for you tonight. The topic is: have you ever been in love with someone and you never told them how you feel? I'm in a lovable moment right now in my life, and things I have to do for myself as well as for the people I love. And I'd rather not even fabric that. I'd rather just do it. When you love someone, you know, you reap the benefits by just letting them know. You know what I mean? Because love is not being taken in or brewing overnight. It takes a while to love someone. So that's the topic. But we do have some great news we're gonna get into. Past news. We're gonna review the news. Um, Human trafficking. The war between Diddy and Clyde Davis and Jimmy Iovine, and the mass graves in Mississippi as well, um, and the Joe Biden saga. So let's get into it, folks. Again, I'm Jay Works, the host with the most, and this is Street Savvy. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like for you to call, chime in, uh, leave a good quote. You know what I mean? Let's tackle some of these ideas. And don't forget the clothing line PD Code Leo season is under the umbrella of PD Code Clothing and Apparel. We want all you guys to know. We want you guys to be fit in and dressed like we are. Um, this is not just a brand. This is something that is a family oriented thing that I made up with the team here, and we got a lot of logos, a lot of plans to do with PD Code Clothing and Apparel. Hope you guys can get it. If you did not, call me. We'll deliver it to you, as well as PD Code Clothing and Apparel.com, PD Code Clothing and Apparel.com, or on Shopify, PD Code Clothing, Shopify.com. Check me out, folks. Check us out. PD Code. Leo season, folks. I know we're far away from August. We're 7.5 months, but hey, Leo season, folks. So everything we wear on these shows that I produce and create, we're gonna have the clothing of Leo season, as well as PD Code Clothing and Apparel, PD Code Sportswear, PD Code Family and Attire. We're gonna have all that on. That's gonna be us, folks. So yeah, I love you too. I love you as well. So we're gonna get on with it. So the first story today is coming out of Mississippi. We tackled the story out of Jackson, Mississippi, about the mass graves. 200 mass graves, folks. 200 mass graves. And how we got the story 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. Allegedly, a family son's been missing for a while, and allegedly, I think a cop or someone found the body in one of these mass makeshift graves behind his jail, and reported it to the family. And now it's getting heavier press because a lot of other families who've been looking for their children, looking for their child or their loved one of African descent. And I seen a white woman on it on as well, with a picture of her loved one, as well as three other black women. It's sad, folks. I think we all need to put some attention on Mississippi, on Jackson, Mississippi, because they've been killing and hanging black folks, colored folks for years, black and brown, all over the country, not long as Mississippi. Um, People hate us because of the color of our skin. Let's not get that twisted. It's some white folk that want to see us oblivious to the world. They think we a piece of dirt. They think the world worse of black folk, and Mississippi is one of the places as well. But folks, please keep your eye on this story. Let's call this governor out. Let's call it out. Let's make sure the state attorney general of the state of Mississippi get on this, and let's find out. Trust me. In other news, we shed the light on human trafficking. on Black and the brown community, as well as a community as a whole. Anybody, a young child waiting on a school bus, a young woman comes from work late at night, early in the day. Somebody's waiting on the bus. Someone's getting off work. Someone's walking without anyone. People with their headphones on. People with, it's winter months. A lot of us is outside with our head down, walking. Folks, I'm giving you a ledger now. Today in the United States, 15,000 to 50,000 women, young women, and young adults, women as well, has been getting kidnapped at an alarming rate in the United States in the last past year. 15 to 50,000 for human trafficking. This on a Federal Bureau report. African Americans, African and brown, Black Americans, let me get that right, and brown Americans is at an alarming rate as well. And in between 19 and 11 years old, they're getting abducted at an alarming rate. Right now, today, there's 100,000 kids getting abducted for human trafficking in our country. So, folks, let's look out for our people. Let's make sure we go outside and make sure they're okay at these bus stops. No child should be on a bus stop by themselves. No child. I don't care how old they are. No child, America, should be on a bus stop by themselves. I'm telling you that. Take that advice. Today, my kids be on the porch, in the doorway. I'm not playing that. I die and go to hell for mine. I don't know what you folks will do for your children or your loved ones, but ain't no one. Listen, I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life. And actually, on a new report, 7 in 10 human trafficking victims are women and young girls. So if you're a young woman and a little girl, you listen to this, 7 out of 10. Do not go outside. I don't care who tell you to go outside by yourself. Take something with you. Take somebody with you. Take some mace, stick, fork, knife, you name it. Keep the headphones off your head and keep the hoodie off your head. Wear it at a halfway extent. Wear your scarf around your neck. Things of that nature. In other news, the human trafficking is so serious. In other news, allegedly, Pete Diddy, Clyde Davis, and Jimmy Iovine is news coming out allegedly. The reason why a lot of things is going bad with Pete Diddy Combs because he bit the hands that feed him. Allegedly, they saying, hey, Pete Diddy and Clyde Davis had a deal going on. And the deal didn't ever get signed by Puffy, or Puffy reneged, or Puffy never signed it, allegedly. And things been going downhill for him. Lawsuits, allegations of misconduct, sexual misconduct, abuse on every entire level. People even saying he had people murdered and things of that nature. We don't know, folks. We don't know if Sean Diddy Combs had this done to someone. We don't know. But they said since this deal didn't get done with Clyde Davis and Arista Records, it's been a lot of things coming out the closet about Pete Diddy. Now, Jimmy Iovine is a powerful man. He helped Dre with the Beats, the music earphones for Beats, helping the big deal for Apple. He helped a lot of different people with a lot of hit songs. He's a great producer in his own right. But as I'm hearing, he had beef with Puffy too, and he's saying that allegedly Puffy tried to set him up with some female of sorts. Now, we don't know how true this is, allegedly. But when Diddy got sued, weeks later, Jimmy Iovine got sued. A lot of these big wigs are going through this situation. We see him and we hear him. So in that story alone, Diddy is going downhill, allegedly, from all these accusations that he didn't sign these contracts with Clyde Davis and Jimmy Iovine. Who knows? Get it together, folks. Black people. And let's get on your boy Sleepy Joe. It's been news clippings on social media about Sleepy Joe. Woo! Between the Crime Act in 1983 and the recent one in 1995, they got Sleepy Joe speaking on what he don't like and what he do like, and how much he would get rid of Social Security, SSI, on a lot of different levels, Medicaid and everything else, just to save money and raise taxes or ways of cutting taxes. This guy, Sleepy Joe, our president, got a lot behind him. And these are video clippings of him. And in one segment they got here, because he's on, and it's been in the civil rights movement supposedly for years, for at least a good 30, 45, 30 years. And this showed him to find out what type of civil right leader he really is. Sleepy Joe is something different, y'all. He's a wolf with sheep clothing. No matter how much you vote for him, you didn't vote for him, the Democratic Party is not doing jack for us right now. Nothing. Nothing with any sorts. And I'm going to say this on a personal note. It's not about Sleepy Joe. It's about us. Stop voting for color. Stop voting for friendly color. Vote for what's right for your community that you stay in. Vote for the rights that you believe in. That's for your children, your loved ones, your constituents, as well as yourself, as your wife or your spouse. And that's city council, the men and women of the assembly, and your local lawmakers, state leaders, your Senate leaders, the White House. Listen, let me tell you something. Look it up. The White House always been college electoral votes. That's what gets the guy in the White House. The delegates from each city gets them to the chain. The one that gets the chain open is the college electoral vote. And another thing, I seen a story just about 8 hours ago. Assemblywoman, I'm not going to say her name, went to a tent where immigrants' cars was getting towed. Immigrants had trucks, SUVs, sedans with no plates outside this huge tent where they living at. Cars better than me and you. And the New York State Assemblymen and women is tired of it. The government is saying, listen, they living better than tax-paying people. We got to have answers for these people. And the mayor of New York City, hopefully he's getting on his job, because cars are being told, these immigrants out here really swinging their bolas. But let me say this. The government did this. I've been doing my history on it back and forth, up and down the internet. I seen a meeting where then President in 2018, then President Donald J. Trump, with a Senate Minority Leader, the Democrat Senate Minority Leader, Schumacher, he told him, he said, I will stop the United States government, the feds, just to build that wall. That's what Trump told them. He said, because I don't know if you got thieves, robbers, rapists, this and that, gangbangers, cartels coming over. You guys got to reap what you sow. And Schumacher was laughing at him. And Nancy Pelosi. Look at now. That was 2018, before the pandemic. Look at it now. Now, a lot of us call him racist. A lot of us call him a bigot. A lot of us call him a stone cold liar. A lot of us call him, he like to put his hand in the PUSSY. Like he said, with his own words. He started insurrections. But one thing he has been right about, and one thing he has said and stood for, was the black and brown community, and not letting other people come and deter what the black and brown community have not gotten, had not started, is trying to start a little bit of. He knew that was going to deter it. He knew what the government was doing. Letting immigrants in the biggest delegated states, black, which is Chicago, which is Illinois, New York, which is New York State. The biggest two states, They flooded immigrants with. Know why? Because they're giving them rights to vote. To vote who in? Yeah. You do the math, allegedly. You do the math, folks. I'm not putting that in your head. I'm not that guy. I'm a regular folks like you guys seeking, looking for answers for my people, for my children, my grandchildren, and generational wealth that's been taken from us right in front of our eyes. Yeah, folks. And black folk, it's your time to make a move. Remember, we don't play footsies enough, black and brown people. We don't play marbles enough. We don't play checkers enough. It's time for black and brown people to start playing chess. Checkmate. What's moved and suppressed the kingdom with all the kings and queens we have at our disposal, which that's black and brown men and women and children. We at a state now. It's no more being oppressed. We're oppressors. We are no more the minority. No more the minority. Look at the words come out this mouth. No more the minority. We are the majority. And the vote is in. The victor is in. The verdict is in, folks. Black and brown is your time to stand up is now. Unity. Unify. As one as a whole. As a generation. Because I know in my age, a middle-aged man, I'm grown. I'm 21 plus 21. And other members, we work on that. But I'm here to tell you, it's time to get off our keisters. And yes, I know I talk about it all the time. A black and brown, black on brown crime. But this thing here with immigrations, it's a little bigger than that. I'm just going to give you the facts, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give you the facts. I'm going to give you the facts. Okay, that's the news for the day. We're around the country. And let's get with our topic. We have several minutes to do that, folks. Topic of the day. Have you ever loved somebody and you never told them? You never showed your true feelings. That's the topic, folks. As this song in the background, I don't own the copyrights of this music. Teddy Pendergraft and Soul of the 70s do. We talk about love. Love is hard to tell someone when you're stuck in a rut. When you don't know how to love yourself. I know people in my life rarely tell me they don't love me. But some tell me every day they love me. And I tell it to them back. Because you never knows when it's going to be someone's moment that God is going to take them home. And that's the truth. And some of us don't know our wealth, so how can they tell somebody else they love them? How can they explain it? I used to tell girls when I was coming up, child support, was a big issue when I was a young guy. It still is today. And women that get this exploiting dudes, jumping on them, capping on them, talk to them about child support. And I just say this one word to them, and it's to quiet the noise down. You laid down with them, right? Yeah. You did X, Y, Z with them, right? You, right? Yeah, and they did it too. Yeah, you're right. Did you do a background on them? Was they raised by a man and a woman? Was it raised by a responsible dad or mother? Working parents? Had values? Know about generational wealth? They feel like, what? What's all that dumb stuff? No. That's what you should know before you lay down with someone. I don't care if you're thinking of a quickie, a relationship, a marriage. a bondage, friends with benefits? Did you do the homework on them? Because you can't make a man or woman take care of responsibilities if they never knew how themselves. If they can't take care of themselves. Taking care of yourself is a hard job. Let alone taking care of a child or someone else who's grown. When you start providing for yourself, that's become a task. Let me give you a synopsis. First of all, cost of living is high, rent's high, mortgage is high, gas is high, clothing don't went up, workforce ain't moved. That means minimum wage. So how could you provide for yourself? And if you have the means, you spending 70 hours a week away from your loved ones that you have to take care of. 70. The average man and woman spends 70 to 80 hours a week away from the home. I got a friend here in Syracuse, middle-aged woman. I love her for this one quote. I love her daughter, love her grandkids. So they have one daughter. We met, and we always knew each other, but we rekindled after years after I moved back here. And losing the conversation. Before I got married, she said to me, I said, where you work at? She says, I do, I'm in the medical field. I'm a CNA, and I'm in the medical field. I said, okay. I said, that's what's up. And then I goes, how many hours you work? She said, I work 85 hours, 80 hours. I said, holy shit. Holy shit. When she said that, she works 85 hours. I was like, a lot of bozos go ching ching. Oh, shit. No. As a man who has his own money, who defines his own money, who I make money and money don't make me, I was like, that's crazy. Where you get free time at? She was like, free time is not spoken of in my house. My daughter's grown. She has no kids at this time. We got bills to pay. We like nice things. That's when I knew, and this is almost 20 years ago, times are changing. So today, when I see a man, a young woman, or a middle-aged woman, black, young, or old, or indifferent, talking about responsibility and talking about they want to do this and that, X, Y, Z, I look them up and down and tell them, you're not ready. You're not ready. And words don't get uttered back or rebutted to me. They definitely understand what I mean when I say that. Because a lot of us can't even wipe our own asses yet. Yeah. A lot of men and women can't wipe their ass yet, let alone take care of somebody else's. Don't know the half of the bacteria that's running around here between men and women. And majority of the women, they get it from these dirty guys. And because they didn't know how to clean themselves right, these women, these young girls, they're carrying it back and forth. So how can you take care of somebody else? And the big question is, how can you love or tell me you love me if you can't take care of yourself? Love is a strong word. And we'll spell it out together. L-O-V-E, love. Powerful, ain't it? Powerful. You have to start somewhere in your life, and it starts with you on loving you before you love someone else. I want to take this minute, because I only got a few minutes, to tell someone I love them in the way of, no matter what goes on in our lives today, from today to tomorrow, because I'm about tomorrow, I'm not about today because it's over. I love you, I love you, I love you. Keep faith in you If you don't believe in you, you don't believe in we. If you don't know I, you don't know we. And if you don't trust in me, if I don't trust in you, find something to do better. Because you deserve better as a woman, as a person, as a mother to my children. All I can do is love and provide like I've been doing. If I'm not enough, please feel free to be happy and make yourself happy. Because in case I got to find myself, and which I do a lot of times, because I'm not perfect. I'm not the best husband. I'm not the best dad. I'm not the best friend. I'm a great on each one of them, but I have my flaws as too. And today I'm a man today to say is, I need to get better at what I do as a man, as a father and a husband. And I can't do that unless I take care of myself first. So I love you. I respect you. And I salute you. God bless America. Tell someone you love them before that day comes. And make sure you subscribe and like and share these moments. Street Savvy. I'm Jay Works, the host that talk about the most. God bless you. Good night.